We are live.
This whole
Welcome
switching episode to Unwanted. Yeah, turn that volume up.
Are you done messing with it yet?
Turn my mic up.
Turn my headphones up.
How do I?
Is up.
Welcome to Unwanted Opinions.
Can you bring us in, or do I need to?
with your hosts Justin and Matt, fact checker Jesse James.
Sounds like Matt's got it all under control.
I'm in the R&B voice this morning, at least trying to.
Yep, here we go.
So, if you can get off your phone and start the show, that'd be great.
Okay, let me just share this. It's hard to do it all at once. Okay,
get it.
pal?
Touchdown?
Well, you know, we managed to get the show up and running again, second time in a row. So that is a feat. Thank
Okay,
you.
can we just address the fact that you said we?
Yeah, yeah, we got it up and running.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I want to point out something real.
Okay.
Whoa. I gave you the password to even open the computer up. So without that, you wouldn't have been able to do anything
That's
else.
fair.
So yeah,
I had to call Tyler to get the password to get in. Got an email password to get in the second door.
Yeah,
And then you somehow you knew the last password. You didn't know.
I knew the
first two.
Importante one.
You didn't know the first two.
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning and welcome to Unwanted Opinions.
Already said that.
Hosted here at Workspace Collective. You said it, but you didn't say it well enough.
Like I said, I was in the
Can I
R&B
finish
voice.
my introduction?
Yeah, go for it.
Once and always sponsored by the Touchdown Group.
Touchdown!
For all
Still
your
got
residential and commercial lawn cleaning and pool needs. Boom!
Give
Got
them a call. They do it all.
There you go. Are we going to do
Shake
this
your head
sensual voice the entire time? Because I'll sign off right now.
Yeah, because it's a segue into our late night show called Sexual Tension, hosted by Big and Little. Coming soon.
Literally.
But not soon enough.
I think it's important to note that I am not the little nor the big. I am neither. Y'all get to do that show by yourselves.
He's the
So that-
mediocre.
Yeah, we're just judging interest right now.
You've at least-
we're judging
yeah.
interest.
You've at least got the password to get on the computer, so you've got one part of us getting it running.
You don't sound too grateful this morning. That's all I'm gonna say. So,
I need my 2 minutes of downtime before we get started.
did you not have that? You just sat over there for 2 minutes doing nothing. I'm pretty sure, except like getting the show up.
Nick, good morning to you too.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Mrs. Fisher. I used to get I still kind of get confused on that Mrs. versus Ms.
Ms.
I think Mrs. is if you're married, right?
Yeah, MRS.
Well, I know the spelling, yes,
Mers.
but how do you say it? Because that's Misters,
Misters.
Misters,
Like-
Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know that there's a difference. I just don't really know where it's used.
It's also like when do you say miss and
also-
when do you say ma'am?
Yeah, it threw me off because of Forrest Gump. Because he's always like, "Is there a Mr. Gump, Ms. Gump?" It's like,
You know, with that voice, you could have a spot on our late night R&B show.
yeah.
Call you Ms. Gump.
Good morning.
Mrs. MRS
Yeah.
is for married women. Or
Right.
a woman who has been married.
But
We know that.
Well, just clarifying.
but what do you
that.
say? Is it Miss, Mrs.?
Mrs.
Just like that. You have to have the emphasis. Mrs.
Yeah, a lot of Z's, no
Yeah.
S's.
Mrs.
Yeah.
I swear, if someone calls my wife Mrs., we're gonna have an issue.
Excuse me, buddy.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
Take it down.
She's
a notch.
married.
She's married. I don't need all that Mrs. talk.
Hit him with the newsflash. That's how you know they mean business.
I need to. How do I?
Oh, shoot.
I feel like this was more upright last time.
Yeah. I spent a whole 5 minutes adjusting my chair last
Well,
time.
because you had time to do it, where I was having to get this train running.
We were planning something.
You gonna
I'm
be a
gonna
martyr
write
this
this
whole
out.
show?
I'm gonna write
Are you gonna be a
this
martyr
out.
this whole show? Jeez.
Anyway,
Wow.
Are we ready now? Are you guys?
No,
ready.
I think we've started, to be
No.
honest with you.
Well, let's start it over. Because I don't like how
Yeah,
this started.
start it over.
Touchdown.
There you go.
So the big news of the week:
Mutiny opened last night.
Mutiny opened last night.
They did indeed open.
Yeah, it was fun. Steve Billington. I guess I didn't realize he's part of Love Kills Joy.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
So I came in, I was like, oh, wow, cool. And then they rocked it.
Yeah, they did awesome.
And I felt like I was in college again. It's been a long time since I've been in that, like,
Yeah.
moody, I don't want to say small bar. It's a good-sized bar, but, it's like a nice,
It's
comfortable
small
space.
when you have the exact capacity and no over people in there.
Which is a great showing for a grand opening.
Yeah, on
and
a
this
Thursday.
is, the first one got foiled by whatever reasons.
Go ahead, say it. What?
I don't really know. Probably the government.
Yeah, that's what I thought this was going to go.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
So, I was glad that the second one popped off like it did. But yeah, I felt like I was in college again. The mood lighting in there is great. It was loud. I couldn't hear myself think. People were talking to me, and I was talking to them, and I don't think anyone knew what anyone was saying. We were just going, and
taking a guess.
somehow carry on a conversation.
Just nodding.
Yeah, I got into a lot of bad decisions. So.
Oh, really?
Without
Like
even
what?
knowing. We don't want to talk about it.
Okay, not on air. You save that for the other show.
Yeah. Hey.
That already makes me uncomfortable. Highly
I'm
uncomfortable.
sorry. Actually, I'm
So-
not. I'm really not.
Second big news of the week.
I literally.
Facebook and Insta went down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What day was that? That was like forever
It was
ago.
Monday.
It was a Monday?
I think so.
Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday? Anyway.
Productivity
it
was
so-
through
yeah.
the roof.
Yeah.
You answered that real quick. Like.
So here's the thing. Here's my whole thing with this being down is I feel like, look, in the 90s, you always had that person that was like, maybe even early 2000s, like, I don't even own a TV. Like, okay, dude, no one cares. You're
That
not
was me with a
special.
microwave.
Right. Yeah, trust me. I know. Yeah, he didn't own a microwave, and he thought that he was, like, special for that. Like, oh, well, you're like, no, you're inefficient. That's
I am special.
What, do you have
I mean, you are special.
Do you have a toaster oven instead?
I did.
Right.
Toasted everything.
So, yeah, I don't use a microwave.
Y'all just.
Because it saves energy and time. Like,
The only reason so I might have, posed it like that. The only reason we didn't have a microwave is we just had no space for a microwave. Like,
yeah,
literally.
but the way
and-
you opposed it was like,
Well, that's
ah.
what I just admitted that. Like, yeah, of course. Why would I not spin that situation like that? That's like half the time people spin something like that where they're like, "Hey, blah 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 blah." It's just like, really, there's like a real reason deep down.
Well, I
Like
don't
there
have
really
a
is.
washer and dryer.
Right. Yeah, we stonewash our clothes.
Right. I hand wash to save the environment. No, you just live in a studio efficiency.
Right.
I'm gonna call it inefficiency. More like
If you're stonewashing, it's inefficient.
Yeah.
But yeah, you always have those people that are like, oh, I don't even have a TV. Like, cool, dude, no one cares. Like, you're not special for that. And I feel like
They got-
Facebook and Instagram down, it was like everyone was so excited to let everyone know that they didn't even know. Like, I was down, I was working, I didn't even know.
So how did they let
Lies.
people know? Did they get back on Facebook when they came back up to let
Right.
people know that they didn't even know that Facebook was
Yes.
down?
Man, that was a
You want to know what the
wild ride right there.
what the
slow it
biggest-
down and say it again.
Oh, I've already lost what I said.
That's, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know,
were lost
it-
before you said it.
Let's tell everyone. I'm hearing this for the first time too.
So I think, yes, to answer your long, shortened question, I think that they're claiming that they just got on and only found out because other people posted.
Oh yeah.
But it was just like, that was like the new thing to like feel like elevated moral status or
Yeah, they
like,
smell their own
importance.
farts too. Like I
Right.
mean, the weirdos.
Like, okay, yeah. You didn't know. Sure, whatever. It's not that big of a deal if you did or didn't know. For a lot of people, it's kind of a big deal if they run their business off of that or...
Yeah. The biggest fallout though is Dave sent messages, like a message in the group chat, like a couple photo messages, and it was like in the midst of the crash, and now I have a permanent 2 new messages notification that will not go away on that group chat, and like
you just have to get a new phone.
Right.
I'm about to because it is like like
Laugh
if you
it
even
comes
have
up
like
and it
the
has
littlest
same exact issue.
That's the thing, though. It's just like you can't get rid of it. I can't view them; they're gone, and so now it's permanently saying like you have 2 messages, and it's just driving
Just
me
delete
bonkers.
the chat. You
That's a
probably
gold
should
mine.
anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Lost my coaster. Sorry for
That's
those of
fine.
you that are listening and not watching. Never mind. We're not actually on the radio anymore. Why is that so funny to you?
I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out how to share this thing.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Yeah, I would just delete the message. You probably should anyway, and then that notification will go away. Most of the time, if I'm responding to you, well, here's 2 things, 2 little nuggets. If I'm responding to you during the day, it's a good chance I'm using the bathroom. Like, just so most of you know, unless you're a select few people, that's where if you're getting a response, that's where I am.
Good to know.
And the second is I'm probably only responding because I can't stand seeing that I have like an extra notification.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I just go away? Like, I don't want to see.
That's what I'm dealing with. It's driving me bonkers.
I can't deal with it.
Well, it's a good thing you take that many poop breaks a day to respond to all your fans.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a lot done.
Yeah. Yeah. Them's my breaks.
It
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
I keep a schedule, buddy, and I'm not ashamed of it.
10 minutes in, and we're talking about poop. Here you go.
The hardest part.
Wow. Last time it was the Holocaust. Now it's poop. Like, this doesn't take long to get down to the nitty gritty.
Are those two on the same level to you?
It wasn't about levels. It was just about like interesting conversation topics that we steer ourselves into.
The worst part about getting someone new up front in admin at TJM is that, like, them having to learn my schedule. Because they're like, yeah, we don't know where he is. Like, you do.
Oh, I started a long time ago. If they would ask me, I'm like, he's in his second office, and I would just walk away. And then, like, it's great for them to like ask around and find out that your second office is just the freaking toilet.
Right. And then my third office is just anywhere I am.
Yeah, but it's great seeing them being like, second office.
He's got two, huh? That makes sense.
I wonder where that is. Is that in the back? Nope, that's in the front.
He looks like he should have 2 offices.
So did they say how many like millions of dollars Facebook lost for being down?
Not that I've heard.
At least 10 million. At least 10 million.
I think it's more.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
7 billion.
Well,
Over 7
no, they said that Zuckerberg's like value went down 7 billion, but like that's seems like it's easy to do with as many shares as he owns of Facebook.
That'd be like an average person like losing like $5.
Yeah, what was that? Someone did I think we've talked about it.
It's
on
a
air
comedian.
before. Yeah, talking about how pissed Bill Gates would be if he found $20.
65
Yeah,
million.
he ran the numbers
million.
about him finding a 20 and what it would be like, what the equivalent of a billionaire like Bill Gates would be to find like a 20.
It'd be less than us finding a penny.
It was like $100,000. Like he'd have to find $100,000 plus in his jacket pocket to like be equivalent. Be like, oh, $20, you know,
That's a big pocket.
which is crazy to think. Like,
Ugh.
I mean, it's not even worth that man's time to pick a $20 bill off the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
It's wild.
yeah,
65 million was the number?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
that's all like ad
So
revenue.
I would have to assume it's ad revenue because, you know, you're not making their money any other way. I don't think, at least.
Well, I'm glad that technical people over there were able to get it together so we could have our show on
Yeah.
Friday.
That's all we asked for.
You know,
Just need to have this show.
it's the only thing anyone.
It is funny that it happened like the day after, like the whistleblower came out and was like, "Yeah, this is my identity, and we're going after him for safety reasons."
Yes.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, just randomly had to shut down for 5 hours." And
Yeah, they're
Super
clean.
clean.
They're wiping servers
Yeah,
and
oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like they're like delete the evidence and like typical turn of events. Like no one's gonna be held accountable for anything.
which goes into the Pandora Papers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like it's like okay, so another revelation that all the super wealthy, like crazy, like dumb money people are just skirting around everything and holding all their stuff in offshore accounts and shell companies and
Right.
everyone's just gonna go, wow, cool, yeah, and then we're gonna move on. Someone's gonna get car bombed again, and it's just gonna get forgotten.
And then we're on to the next thing we're all mad about. Yeah, but meanwhile, we're very worried about what the everyday citizen is doing with $600. Like,
Yes, yes.
we gotta know what's going on there. Don't worry about the Pandora Papers. Those are people that are well beyond you and they know how to work with their money. But you and your $600, we gotta worry about silly stuff. Yeah, for those that aren't aware, it's I guess the easiest way to say it's like a leak of, I don't know, it was like 2 something terabytes of data.
Yeah, it was. They said it was more data than the previous like similar leak, which was the Panama Papers, I believe.
Yeah, I saw an actual map breakdown of, or like a graphic, infographic breakdown of it, and it's a little bit more than the
here's
Panama.
a crazy thing.
Let's explain what it is. It's basically a leak of all these shell companies of basically rich and famous people that just shows how they skirt taxes and inheritance tax and all of that and business tax.
So they say a lot of the people like implicated in this, like they're like technically they're not guilty of anything. They're all following like local laws and international laws and stuff like that because they're using, you know, states like Delaware and Nevada and the U.S. that like you can create anonymous businesses and stuff like that. And then also outside of the U.S., you know, like everyone knows of Cayman Islands, Panama. And I think there's one other place in the Caribbean that is like known for that, like these teeny islands that house like tens of thousands of companies.
Right.
So they're like, yeah, they're not really doing anything wrong. It just shows how they take their money.
And they're shuffling money.
They shuffle it all around, and they say one of the things that, you know, people do that for is there was an Italian mobster who was in those papers who like was kind of like using it to like launder money because you shuffle it through all these people and then you just like lose track.
Right.
I don't know the exact details, but there is some European country's prime minister who's like up for election, and he was like implicated in it somehow, and they're like, oh, it could cause problems for him, you know. But it was just interesting to see how, you know, that's been a big thing this election cycle too, about like people, you know, rich people paying taxes, you know, and Amazon not paying taxes and like all this other stuff, and they're like, yeah, this is showing you that, you know.
Yeah, it says many of the individuals exposed are politicians.
That's for sure.
Shocker. I mean, the fact that we have politicians that go into office
and come out multi-millionaires.
Multi-millionaires. Like, well, what are we doing anymore? Like, are we really going to ignore this and act like it's not?
It's just one more thing to show that, you know, basically, you know, it's not even the government; it's all money.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter,
absolutely.
like U.S., Russia, China. Like, there is something that transcends all of these countries, and it is money.
Yeah.
You know, there is, not to sound conspiratorial, but we saw that coming.
Spell it,
dude. I'm saving that for the spelling bee.
all right.
But yeah, it's money, you know, and there's definitely like this, you know, group of elite rich people out there that are basically calling the shots. And it's crazy. Wow, y'all just got silent. Nothing to say on that. Left y'all speechless.
I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to rile you up or move on.
Yeah, you know, it's fine-edged sword, you know, like we could go down that path.
Listen,
we did try and have a conspiracy show one time, and I think we just got drunk and couldn't air any of it. I think it was the whole show was against FCC guidelines.
Oh yeah. And Buddy and Kenny, those guys. Us guys?
Oh yeah, no, it was Buddy and Kenny.
No, I know. I was just trying to.
Wasn't other people? It was that.
I was trying to think of what would they call themselves? It's like
the State of Real.
No, I know it's okay. It was something else. They call themselves something else.
Buddy and Kenny.
Yeah, but yeah,
like, that's what they call.
What are you getting at?
Anyway, those poor guys had never seen us. Like, I guess really not on a show, and so when we're like standing up screaming at each other.
Oh, I forgot that there was finger pointing and yelling.
Oh yeah, and they were like genuinely concerned and like messaging after, like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, we didn't even hit each other." Like,
that's like
fine.
Gosh, that's what happens like when you just have like a cardboard carton with like random beers on it that you just shove under like the desk in front of you.
Was that like leftovers from a print party or something?
Yeah, dude, it was like a smorgasbord of beer and.
Deborah just chimed in and said nothing could be aired.
Yeah. I think she told us later. She's like, "Thanks, guys, but yeah, that's like this is footage.
Never again."
Yeah, we had like high hopes for that too. Like it was like the convergence of the two shows. And
what we talked about then as a conspiracy would be really relative to the pandemic.
I don't even remember.
It was Big Pharma. That was what like ended up with us screaming. And when I say us, I mean.
Well, it's like I watched this snippet just this morning, and it was from like a talk, like I think it was like a TED talk Bill Gates gave, you know, to bring up Bill Gates again, like in 2015, where he's just like, we spend XYZ amount on in like nuclear deterrence, right? Like, well, we're always going to be scared we're going to get nuked,
right?
And he's like, but in the future, you know, something that's going to kill 10 million people is going to be,
I've seen that
you know, is going to be a pandemic. Yeah. It's not going to be a nuclear fallout or war or anything like that. And he's just like, we have all this stuff in place military-wise, but we have nothing in place for this. And then guess what? You know, you fast forward 5 years, and that's what happens. And it, like, literally shut everything down.
Yeah.
You know, and so, like, now, like, I don't have any faith in them to, like, change that. I'm like, we're just going to keep buying missiles, you know? Like, too bad we can't, you know, shoot a Tomahawk missile at COVID, you know, because I'm sure they probably freaking tried.
Well, again...
You know, somewhere in the desert, they're like, shoot it with a missile.
Right. But, you know, it all goes back to the money thing. It's not actually about the Tomahawk. It's about, you know...
The people that build the Tomahawk.
Yeah. spending
Yeah.
the money where it needs to be spent. Why are we going down this?
Dude,
that's not. We literally said
military industrial complex.
Yeah, I was gonna not say it because now we're gonna get shut down. FBI's gonna be tracking us.
Well,
Yay.
they can't even track Brian Laundrie, so good luck, FBI.
I like how his dad's finally like, no, I'm going to join the search. Yeah.
Yeah,
Harvard.
That must be something part of
Yeah.
the family, though. It's just like, so something happens, and then you wait 2 weeks before you take action.
Right.
Like, you're doing exactly what
see
your
how
kid
this
did. Yeah.
works.
You gotta really process it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna help now.
Yeah, don't be mad at me. I'm helping now.
We're gonna workshop through how you're gonna help.
I was really thinking Dog was going to get him last weekend.
Yeah.
Like, the tension was high, it was...
He's like, I'm an hour
I thought he was
out,
there.
like,
He was
I'm gonna have
sniffing him
an
out.
hour.
This is why I can't get involved in this stuff because I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm all riled up, and then it doesn't happen. I'm like,
That's
Thanks a lot,
probably...
Who let the dog out?
There's always some kind of like media circus that happens right before some like actual crazy stuff goes on behind the scenes. And I think that Brian Laundrie case with like the dog, the bounty hunter, and all that is that. That's that smoke screen. Everyone's like, oh, look at this. And then next thing you know, these papers come out, Facebook shut down, Facebook whistleblower happens, and like something else is going to come up in the news, and that's going to like take all of our mind off of it, you know.
It's on to the next thing. What are we mad about today?
I don't know. What are we happy about today?
No, I was just
No, I'm seriously asking a question.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Stephen Perry said we need to keep the vulgarity down.
Stephen
country?
Perry,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. I hope my shrill voice isn't hurting your sensitive little eardrums. That felt good to say.
Feel better now?
I do.
Okay.
Aggressive.
What was I about to say?
That's fine.
How about that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're happy for Friday.
Oh,
That's
yeah. What are
you
we
said.
happy for? Friday. Today's October 8th. This is my
Jeez.
nephew's birthday.
Happy birthday, nephew.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
Oh, it's Taylor's birthday.
Yeah, it's Taylor's birthday.
Last time I saw him, he was a child. Then the next time I saw him, he was a man's.
Yeah, he's a very tall man's.
Yeah.
And he could dunk at like age 14.
He can dunk?
I don't know if he still can. I'm sure he can.
Dang.
It's like riding a bike.
He's one of those people that doesn't look athletic, but very much is.
Okay.
And I don't think dunking is like riding a bike.
That's like the opposite.
Yeah. Yeah. Ride a bike, can't dunk. Could touch the net for a little while, which is pretty cool. I think I could touch the rim when I was in high school.
I remember when we had the basketball court at work, or basketball hoop at work. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I can grab the rim, I can't dunk that. You can't. I'm like, I'll go out and do it in business shoes and jeans.
Business. I'm gonna show you. I'm
got
gonna give
both
you the
hands on the
business
rim.
and
If I could palm a ball, I could.
Yeah, but you
dunk.
can basically almost just reach up there and do it anyway.
I'm not that tall,
No, he ain't.
but it's just like I don't get how people palm the ball. Like that's crazy.
It takes practice.
It's
Zach Bernard was like, he showed me one day, and I'm like, oh man, it's crazy. I'll never be able to do it. He's like, yeah, you just gotta practice. And then he made me practice for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, but you have to like keep it up. I was like, that's
so. Are you
can do
like
it now.
pinching the ball, sort like
It's
you pinching the ball?
Yeah,
pinch.
it's like that.
I like pinching it with your whole hand like that.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's a whole.
That's a group.
It's a whole hand pinch.
Okay.
That'll get you me too, pal. Yeah. Yeah. It's using like the tension. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I just
Yeah.
saw. I literally used to think that the only way you could palm a basketball, it's like you just have to have like giant hands. Yeah, like your hands just wrap around the ball. And
Tony
I'm like,
Robbins banana hands.
Yeah, I had a Michael Jordan book when I was a kid, and it had like an actual print image of how big his hand was.
Rare air.
Was that it?
Yeah.
You got it too?
Yeah, I have it still.
Well, obviously.
You even have to fact check that one.
Like his eyes lit up when
Yeah.
I said that, but like I had his hand in there. And I remember being a kid, like putting my hand up to it, and I was
What's
like,
that?
"How is this even possible?"
The Air Up There, was that a movie?
The heir apparent.
No, not The Air Apparent.
The heir up there.
Well,
The Air Up
Was
There.
it like a basketball movie?
Yeah, 94.
Wow.
Wow.
Classic.
You know what?
Maybe watch some of
If it
those.
ain't Air Bud, I'm not interested.
Is The Air Up There, do they play basketball in Venice Beach?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's
can't remember
White
the
Man
movie.
Can't Jump.
Oh, well, I know that for
That
sure.
was
Because that's like the whole reason I wanted to go to Venice Beach is because as a kid, you're watching those movies.
No.
That's like that's the beach.
Kenya.
Like that's the one
Oh, yeah.
beach,
Okay.
right?
I
That
remember
has
that.
all the basketball courts and like Muscle Beach
Muscle
and
Beach,
yeah, like
yeah.
okay, yeah. That,
We
for
went-
some reason, you're right. That seems like a very like '90s thing. Like everything
Right.
happened there. Everything happened at Venice Beach.
There's like not really anything I ever wanted to do in California except for go there. And we went. It was cool.
Is it a tent city?
It was getting to be a tent city.
Waterfront property.
But they also closed down all of the like Muscle Beach area. But we snuck in, got picture. Thank you, Dave. And for anyone that doesn't know, Dave's sitting in the corner, so I'm not.
Yeah, in the corner. I mean,
well,
A little bit.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of tents, and that was the wildest part. I'm like so glad we went to LA when we went, like October of 2020.
oh,
Yeah, it was dead.
It was
yeah.
It was post-apocalyptic feeling for sure. I've told the story. You guys have heard it a million times, but for anyone that hasn't, I'm gonna tell it again.
that was a very aggressive
Shane,
sigh.
who is a great navigator typically, but terrible in cities.
Shane?
I was like, hey, there's a bottle shop, like 2 blocks away. You want to go get some beers? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Okay, I was like,
Me too. We're on the same
Yeah.
page. Like, cool, a bottle shop.
I've never heard that term before. A bottle shop?
Yeah, just made it up.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I'm like, is this how like hipster
I didn't wanna be like,
Californians say like a bar?
beer,
It's not a bar, it's a bottle shop.
Yeah.
You uncultured swine.
Might be a little still drunk from eating last night. All right? Give me a break.
You'll sober up before work.
Yeah, we hopefully not. No, so we walk, and it's really like 10 blocks away, and of course there's like I don't know.
You don't know if you can say this.
Yeah, there's stuff that I like. Can you say crackhead scuttling? Is that? I don't know. I won't say that. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, like, is that an adjective?
Which part?
Scuttling? Because I'm like, that's probably like the
or a
most
verb.
appropriate thing.
it's what happened. So I had to
Or
like turn around and be
scurrying.
like, "Hey, get out of here!" And then-
Shoot!
like, oh, he sees us, right? So this is happening, and we're like, I have to like walk backwards as we're walking to this beer store. Yeah,
Bottle shop.
bottle shop. Take me to the bottle. Anyway, so doing this, and I'm
Is that to the tune of candy shots?
yeah. So I get these bottles of beer, and as I'm checking out, I'm sincerely like, I asked this question, and the guy looks at me like I'm the world's dumbest person.
Well,
So I go, are there open container laws? Can I drink this as I walk back to the hotel? And the guy's like, have you been outside? Like, that's genuinely the last of the cops' worries, is that you're going to be drinking a beer on the sidewalk. Like, yeah, technically it is against law. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So I open it up. We walk past some cops, and it was like, hey, thank you for not breaking the law too bad today. Like, oh yeah, there's a lot more that they got to worry about as I'm like kicking needles out of the way to get back to the hotel.
stumbling over people's tents.
That was the nicest.
Did you yell at them to get a job?
Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
just making sure.
My favorite thing to do when people are like protesting and or just like holding up political signs is to yell at them to get a job because they get so incensed. Like, no, I have one. I'm holding the sign. Like, yeah, okay, loser. Get a
If you had a job, you wouldn't have time to protest. That's part of the plan.
It's not even really
You can't
protesting.
protest if you have a job.
Mainly just the people holding political signs because
Yeah.
they just get so incensed over it. Anyway,
Is China still protesting?
China?
Yeah.
What?
Like the whole country?
Oh, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
We don't know because they blacked them out.
Oh, ooh.
yeah.
Anyway.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna show this anymore. We're tired of that 2-state crap. It's gonna be 1 state. Hong Kong.
Thanks, British Empire.
Yeah.
You really made a mess of that one.
Well, when did they leave?
Like 90s?
Yeah, it was 90s.
It's crazy, too.
But it lasted
you're
a
like,
while.
You're like, say what?
Yeah, it lasted a while.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I don't know. They buggered everything up.
Did they though? You think
Yeah.
that it's better under Chinese control than it was under British control?
Oh, no, I'm just talking about everything in general about the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah. I think it's okay to say that now. but I mean,
Colonist.
yeah. Come on. Is Hong Kong better or worse?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, none of us three, I think, have any idea.
Oh, I don't have a clue.
I have been to Hong Kong. Couldn't tell you much about it.
Yeah.
The propaganda on the train was amazing, though. It was literally the same like news channel,
Okay.
and it was talking about how Americans were defecting in like record numbers.
And then they see you on the train, and they're like, it must be
like,
true.
oh, this is true.
You a cop?
So yeah,
You sure do look like a cop. I've seen enough cop movies to know.
you gotta tell me. Yeah, especially with the trimmed beard. It's I don't know. I feel like There's nothing I can do to not look aggressive.
Well, I think you're just aggressive.
Well, that too. But last night, I didn't think you were there for it. But I'm trying to check out at Tipsy, and this girl's like, you're going to be nice now? You're a real jerk last night. It's okay now because my friend's here. And I'm like,
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't out last night. She's like, yeah, I would say that too if I were you. Like, no, I don't get out that much. I promise I wasn't out. Like, okay, that's enough. Like, so like,
good for her though.
Moderately know her friend, and she was like, no, he wasn't out. Like, he's got like kids and stuff. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, so I like try to buy her drink to like, hey, sorry about last night that I wasn't me being mean. And she's genuinely convinced that it was me, and I'm like, no, trust me, I look like a lot of white dudes. Like,
every one of them.
Right. It wasn't me though. But that's just, I don't know. I wrote "girl mad at me" on the board, and
you did rewrite all that stuff.
It should just be. I should just stay up there because I feel like every week something happens. Someone's randomly mad at me for something I.
Well, when you yell at people to go back to their island of criminals. We don't have to go down that path.
No, let's go down there. I was attacked from a hand size randomly.
Oh, yeah, that was weird. I forgot about that part.
You should have just been like, I can palm a basketball.
She was extremely aggressive.
I can palm a basketball, so. I'm just going to bring a basketball with me everywhere. So, yeah, you're so small, can you do this? I can't do it anymore. I'd have to practice again. But so people have asked, like, well, why would she do that? Are your hands really that small? Like, hey. Yes. No. Probably, but it's an attack on masculinity. It's negging, right? So it's like, I'm going to be mean to this person because I'm going to try to get a response out of them. And I mean, but to me, it's like you picked the wrong person for masculinity. I don't really care. I mean, I guess I do and I don't. We're talking about it now. So
well, I was going to say, like, do you want an honest answer to that?
Yeah.
I think you do, but but you don't. Like exactly like you said. Because, like you handled it. You handled it well. But like I do think it like upset you because it was like such a weird thing to say to a complete stranger.
So that
like
was
in a bar to like pick something out and be like, oh hey, you have insert like physical thing here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just used to that one by now.
To me, that was the
such a big dumb head.
Yeah. I'm such a Thanks, lesson Jesse. Giver is the worst thing about me is I'm gonna teach you today.
You love lessons.
You're gonna learn today. And it was just weird to me that hey, I don't care that you're attacking my masculinity. I'm not worried about that. But the fact that you decided to choose someone and go that route that you don't know, now we're going into it.
And then yell in a very crass accent.
Yeah. Yeah, get out of here with your Australian.
Good morning, Kyle. Kyle said, "You care, but it also doesn't matter."
Yeah. I would say I care. I think you nailed it right. I don't care about. I'm not worried about defending my masculinity.
I'd say you're a confident person, but I think anyone is going to be like, hey, I'm attacked at a bar, and someone's calling out like a physical attribute that like you have no control over, whether it's true or not. Like that's just a weird thing to do. Like I'm like, is she negging him to try and hit on him? And like I wouldn't blame her, but that's a weird approach. Or is she like literally just being like, you know what, screw that guy.
You know what, that guy
and his tiny hands. Yeah. So basically, it boils down to you yelling at her to go back to the island of criminals.
Yes. So
which
she was
is
Australian.
Factually true.
Right. Sorry that it's true. Facts hurt
why
you.
Is it true? I didn't ever understand.
So like Britain was just like, what are we going to do with all these, going back to Britain, and their colonization of everything. They're like, what are we going to do with all these like prisoners we have? And they're like, I know, we have this new island. Let's just put them there.
Just send them
and it was
there.
a prison colony.
Yeah. They dropped them off and they're like, have a good day,
Mike. Straight up prison colony.
And then like an already weird accent got even weirder.
You're going to bastardize our already terrible accent.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah. Thank goodness Americans came along and brought that language back to where it belongs.
So to be fair to her, she took it well because I'm like, oh, this is fun, right? So I'm going to give crap back. But I also just get super loud when I got a couple of bowls of loudmouth soup in me.
Fair enough.
And so where I think I'm having fun, then I look around and everyone's like, what's going on? Why is he yelling about an island full of criminals? Like, wow.
Why is his neck
Like
swelling?
this, right, yeah. And then I have to be like,
Veins
no,
popping
wait.
out of neck and
She
head.
attacked me first. And everyone's like, yeah, sure, buddy. You're the one screaming right now. So, yeah, that's my life. It's just random people. The lady that wanted to hit me in the wheelchair.
Dude, that was weird.
I think we talked about that last
That one was that was just such an odd interaction.
That's good stuff.
What a weird way to live your life.
Yeah, it really made me think. I'm like, I can't go anywhere with you without some kind of weird interaction happening. Like,
Yeah, I got an apology last night. I'm like, hey, here's the deal. You don't have to apologize because I'm actually used to this.
Yeah.
Like, really? That's a weird thing to be used to. I'm like, I know. Yeah, but I am. I'm very used to it.
so
So I have bathroom instructions.
yeah,
up
no,
there.
I was looking at that.
No, I don't know if I want to call the business out in particular, but I did mean to talk to one of the proprietors. So I walk in and it's like, don't pull so much toilet paper, and then like, don't flush so hard, and use both hands to get the paper towels out. Like,
Bathroom shouldn't be that hard,
right? And I'm
bathroom
like,
shouldn't be. If there's alcohol served, like
no, this was not.
Oh, okay.
This is no. It
Okay.
was not. It's a day place.
Gotcha. Because I would say if it's like a drunk place, like you need like simple instructions.
Right.
Otherwise, you're gonna get piss in the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need figures and
Very
arrows.
much.
Yeah. Right. Don't
if
even
it
use words.
Looks like it will contain something. It's going to have pee in it. Get that out.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
100%.
Yeah, get it out because it's going to have pee in it.
Sinks, trash cans,
Right. All
Corners.
of the above.
corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All bathrooms and bars have to be round.
Oh, yeah. That's it. There's no
round
angles. No hard angles whatsoever.
all bathrooms, like the men should have troughs.
Yeah. Oh,
Like I'm a big
without a
fan
doubt.
of the troughs. Like, look, cut the line down. Have
Yeah.
your pooping stalls. Don't
Right.
get me wrong. 'Cause sometimes you got to drop.
Have
the
a
deuce.
pooping trough.
Right. Yeah.
Trough.
Trough.
Yeah.
It's like a GH that makes
yeah.
f,
Yeah.
which is
Thanks, English.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Foiled again.
It's
Yeah.
Australians.
Yeah. But poop and trough too. I don't care. Trough too. I don't care. Granted, but I just don't care anyway. I mean, we've talked about that before as well.
Yeah.
You know.
So like they have all these
Anyway, so
instructions.
they have all these instructions, and I'm like, you either have like a super passive aggressive like office manager that I would. I've
Or
been
your
around-
clientele
I've
is
been that
dumb.
Or your clientele is really dumb, and that much information is too much anyway. I mean, you kind of had it nailed anyway. That's just too much. People aren't going to read all that. I mean, I read it all, but then it made me want to do the opposite. Like, nope, I'm going to grab my paper towel with one hand.
I'm gonna see if this paper towel dispenses by me kicking it.
Yeah, but I'm like, you've got to be, yeah. It just makes me wonder, like, how bad is your clientele, or did one thing happen and you felt the need to write a note about it? Like, well, one time someone
I
did
have
this.
been there though, with the one thing happening and feeling the like write passive aggressive notes
No.
on it because
You mean that with our bathroom member?
yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
just one thing. It's one thing that happens over and over and over. And
it's a
over
couple
again.
things,
Right.
but yeah, it's just I don't know. Sometimes I just look at stuff in the world and I'm like, how do you people live your life? Like, is your house this much of a stinking mess too? Like, are you just living squalor?
My guess
Like,
is yes.
but
It's
that's
got
like the only answer I can come to because it's like this is a public shared space, and then like how some people can treat that is just like this is disgusting. Like I'm no saint, but like
You're not.
at the same time, like
leave
there's
it
a
better
certain
than you came
Yeah,
from.
there's a certain level of like responsibility you can take in a personal space to make sure it's like
Responsibility.
decent for the next person.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed anyway. If I walk in somewhere and I know someone's coming after me and it's a mess, I'm like, I'm going to clean it up because I want them thinking that I made a mess out of it.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Well,
I know that feeling though because I'm like, oh, cool. These people are gonna think that I'm the one that pissed all over
Right.
this seat, and it's just like I don't want them being like, oh, look at that,
yeah,
jackalope.
It is a weird thing, specifically at our job. Did you say jackalope?
Yeah,
Okay. Were you about to say something else?
yeah. I'm trying not to curse.
Yeah, I
I'm
appreciate
trying not to be
that.
that one. Like I talked about on the like
jackalope.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
You confused me for a second.
Yeah.
I'll just have to bring back Nimbus.
Yeah, Nimbus is a good one.
Yeah,
Because it's so close to sounding like an actual
It's this new
Insult?
insult. I'm trying I've been workshopping for
New,
a while now.
as in the past 4 years, and it's not intentional.
Yeah, I mean-
he said nimbus and didn't realize that it wasn't actually a word.
Well,
no, I know it's a word,
that he was
but
using it.
I'm
Right.
using it like it was effing nimbus.
you're calling people clouds.
No, I'm not. I'm calling them a nimbus, and it's different.
Low and wispy.
Yeah, your brain is low and wispy. However you want to take it. It's full of water. Yo, waterhead. It makes sense in my mind now. It's gonna catch on.
Doesn't want to cuss, but he's gonna say waterhead. That's not a nice term. Just so you know, just so you're aware.
Where's the crickets?
Yeah, you need to drop the mic.
Wow. Do we have a soundboard with sound effects?
Nah, I have one on my phone, but it's slow to load. So
Oh, that's not gonna work. We need these fast.
Yeah, and I can't make a cricket noise. So.
Try. Give us your best cricket noise right now.
right.
Whoa, Dave.
Just saying, that was pretty good.
That was. Have you done that before?
That was a
Okay, because I was saying the look on your face was just like you didn't know you could do that. You were just like, oh, it's as surprised as
sounded
all
like
of
a John
us.
Cicala.
It reminded me of Harlan Williams when he drinks the pee in Dumb and Dumber.
yeah, 100%.
I've practiced that so much. I can never make that noise. You did it really good.
Yeah.
You did it really good. Yeah.
Horse clicking.
Yeah.
You guys are on it this morning.
Is that how horses?
No, that's how you call them.
Yeah. Act like you've been around a horse before.
Yeah.
God.
You and I have raced a horse
We did race horses
Horses.
once.
unintentionally.
Yeah, that was after. I was doing some mild day drinking as well.
Mild.
It was mild.
Yeah.
It was
Just
mild.
enough to get you lubed up and on a horse.
But have you, Jesse? Have you ridden a horse and
Jesse.
gone?
Absolutely.
To
not.
speed.
No. I don't deal with animals that are larger than me.
I feel the same way. I've talked about this before as well. Like I have a very healthy fear of any animal larger than me. I'm a large man, so it's just like if it's bigger than me, I got something to be worried about. But it's terrifying and exhilarating at the same time because like as soon as you kind of kick it in its sides or whatever you do, and you like I don't know, I made such an aggressive face. But and it starts going and him and I were just looking at each other. It's like two Honda Civics pulling up and just revving their engines, and then they look at each other and look at their car, look at each other, look at the car, and then they race. It was like that, but on horses.
Like I'd ride a mini horse.
I don't know if you
bred the
can.
mini horse.
I don't know. I think they're pretty strong.
They look like they're well built.
Right. You say nay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say
but
no.
I don't know if they can hold you though.
I don't know, man.
I don't think they
How
can.
about a burro?
That's a donkey.
Donkey.
Thank you.
You could do
Well, I
that.
don't know. Your
Still
language skills.
big enough to
so.
carry, but it's not you could probably punch it.
Yeah, oh
gets
yeah,
out
for
of-
sure.
Next time we do a hiking brunch, we need a donkey to carry all of our stuff.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah.
We had one.
Pack mule. Here you go.
What an
I did
ass.
look into pack goats, but it takes 4 years to get them trained up, and they can only carry up to 35, 40 pounds.
Yeah, that's when I looked into alpacas, and
Yeah.
it was the same thing. They're like, yeah, alpacas just aren't good pack animals. They're like, you got to go with their bigger cousin, the llama, but their temperament's not.
Yeah. Llamas are too big. That's too big. I think an alpaca would. They got to carry more than a goat. If a goat can carry 35,
I really don't think so. They're like dainty llamas.
You think that an alpaca can't carry more than a goat?
No, I think an alpaca is basically a giraffe goat. It's a long-necked goat, basically, of the South America.
No.
Yeah,
they're
the
definitely bigger.
Long neck goat.
It's,
I like that.
it's a long-necked goat. They're not that big, really, in reality. An alpaca. You're thinking of a llama.
How? No, I'm not thinking of
You're
a llama.
thinking of a
I'm thinking of
llama.
an alpaca. I know the difference between the two.
Speaking of llama, if you've never seen Ludacris read Llama Llama Red Pajama,
Llama.
I'm going to have that in my head all day.
Yeah, that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Jeez.
So I think maybe talked about it last time. I didn't realize how tiny Ludacris is. He's a little guy.
You know, there's been two Ludacris references this morning already.
What was the other one?
That's absolutely ludicrous.
Oh, boy.
I can't say the other
Turn
one on
this
air.
down. Yeah.
I miss his music videos.
He
Well,
did have some great music.
His music videos were amazing because he was never trying to be super tough and they're just let's throw some weird large hands and crazy visuals and they were just so much fun. I just miss music videos in general.
I've seen 10 music videos in my life.
I'm always surprised when I see a new one now from new music from new artists. I'm like, oh, people still make these.
Yeah.
Where do these get played? I mean, I know obviously the basics YouTube and stuff, but
I buy
It's not
DVDs.
substantial. Let's be honest about this.
Yeah, but how much can they carry?
not that. Look at let's pick this graph. Oh, it's not
That's a
touch.
bad
That's
one.
not a touch
Yeah,
screen.
This is an Apple.
Yeah.
Your hands off my
Yeah.
screen.
Okay, I thought it was touch screen.
Jabbing your screen.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I guaranteed alpacas can carry more than goats.
I don't think they can.
Well,
I think it's the
One of
same.
these
It's like
things
what kind of goat though?
a pack goat.
A pack goat. Okay.
Yeah.
A pack goat.
I found
alpaca.
a specific breed.
You know, although the name is
literally in their
misleading,
name.
even
Yeah.
though it's alpaca, they're more
Yeah, go
they're
ahead.
more kept for their fur than they are for being a pack animal, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because how many people are using pack animals?
Like the entire South American continent. Like, how
okay.
do you think they built Machu Picchu? Llamas.
So then they do keep them as pack animals. Got him.
Llamas.
What's
Not-
that? Emperor's New Groove? Is he an alpaca?
He's
or
a llama.
Emperor's New Groove? You threw off his groove.
I think it was a llama.
Yeah, he's a llama, dude.
I'm just. It's an opening to find out. Okay, you don't have to.
Nick Slocum says
Definitely a
because
llama.
someone is fact checking.
Nick is?
Yeah, he said they can carry 40 to 50 pounds, but only for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, don't believe Nick.
I don't.
I'm almost wrong again.
I don't know. It sounds factual to me. Sounds factual to me.
So,
Alpacas probably don't have rectangle eyes though, so there's that plus.
Like goats?
Yeah. Yes. Like goats.
So weird. That's indicative of a prey animal. That's a true story.
like an
Seriously?
animal that prays?
No, an animal that
He's
an
just
animal that
excited
gets et.
to use the word indicative.
Bro, I have had
Explain what you mean by
eggs.
indicative of a prey animal.
It means that tells you that animal gets eaten by larger predators because its pupils are shaped like squares, so it can have that wide angle vision, so it can see a predator coming from a larger area, whereas
A larger swath of area.
yeah, whereas an animal that is a like animal that hunts prey animals has more eyes facing forward and not off to the side, and their pupils are generally going the opposite way.
So they're
they have
land flounders is what you're saying.
I don't know what a land flounder is, but yes.
It's
It's similar to a long neck.
yeah.
Are they
It's
not,
made up,
though?
is what it
if
is.
you shave an alpaca and put them next to a goat, it's a long-necked goat. That's it.
Yeah, Kyle says
End
you're
story.
right. He says it's indicative of cliff-dwelling animals.
Pupils too, Kyle. I'm sticking to my story.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
But he is right, though. Like that, they are on the side of their head for a prey animal, but
Right.
Kyle,
Like a land flounder.
Kyle is loaded with information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're switching him out.
that's because you hear how many books he reads last night?
He read, how many did he read last night?
No, well, no.
Wow. How many did you read last night, Kyle?
No, I mean, in like a year, he just said it last night. I was just like, wow, that's
Yeah, how many did he say?
I think he's at 19 or something like that. That's
Last
pretty
night?
impressive. No.
He had also read a book that I was trashing,
Which book was that?
The Goldfinch.
Oh, yeah. I remember
And
that conversation.
he was like, yeah, it's so bad that it took me like 5 minutes to even figure out the book you're talking about. And I've read it. Like, it's, yeah, what a weird book. It started off so good and then just went off the rails.
Lost that momentum.
Yeah, I can relate. Can very much relate.
Like a llama?
Yeah. How many books do you read, Matthew?
Do audiobooks count?
You took such a big breath. It was like a shaky.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, are
I'm
you
trying to figure out whether he wants to lie or not. Yeah. No, audiobooks don't count. I'm
How
sorry.
do audiobooks
I'm going to
not
be
count?
the I don't even have a TV guy. when it
I
comes
know,
to
and
it.
I'm saying I know your point on that.
Right, because it's different. Listening to a book is not the same at all as reading a book. I'm not like good. You should do it, and it's neat that you do. But it's you. My thing is, don't say I read a book when you listen to a book.
So here's the thing, though. Like, until they come up with a better term,
I listened to a book. Listen,
that sounds dumb.
right?
Like,
You sound
it
dumb. I think that you're
dumb.
dumb. I think that person's too dumb to read.
Yeah.
So they just listen.
Well,
Your
like,
mom's
I do-
reading you your book report book. Like, here you go.
I usually have an analog book. I don't know what you want to call it, like a real book, and then like an
Analog,
audio
yeah.
book going at the same time. But I have to alternate. Like one has to be like one's fiction, the other one has to be like
So you
nonfiction.
read along with the audiobook?
No. I'm just saying, like, I will have a book that I'm reading.
Here's
and,
my trick.
And an audio book, but they're separate books.
I
you know
get
what
the
I'm saying?
analog
Okay.
book.
But I can't do two fictions at one time, so it has to be like nonfiction, and then this one can be fiction. And
So
it
you
just-
read one book while listening to a different book?
Well, I listen to audiobook when I run.
Oh,
So like I need I have that, and then like just like reading separately, you know.
Okay. All right.
Like,
Here's the trick. You got to do both. You got to get the actual analog book, right? You read like the first chapter, and then like, oh, you know, I was running, so I listened to it. Maybe read the end, so then you can tell people you
read the book.
I read it, yeah.
So if I read the first page and listen to the rest of the book, I read the book.
The amount that you read is up to you. I'm just saying, if you want to be able to
love how you're justifying this to yourself right now, because it's like you're making this excuse for your own self because you want.
No, it's not even. I just told you that. It's not like I'm like coming up with this. Like, yeah, no, I'm telling you my secret. That's it. You read like the first chapter, so you can say I read it.
He's like, I read the foreword and then just listen to the rest of it.
And I listened to the rest afterward.
The worst.
Yeah.
I bought the audiobooks for a while. I just finished one, but
yeah, like they're great. They're literally great for running, though. Like it truly.
Yeah, I think that's about the only time, or maybe a longer drive. But I'll realize, like, oh, I just listened to a whole chapter and I have no idea.
That's the thing, though, is I can't be doing anything that like even remotely has me thinking because I'm the same way as like you just said. Like I will get through and be like, I have no idea what the heck just happened. And now I'm like sitting there like rewinding it, 2-3 minutes because I'm like, what, because my mind just went elsewhere.
Yeah.
But like when you're out there like running, it's like, look, there's literally nothing for you to do except like stay upright and listen to the story.
And for you to worry about dogs, the way I have to worry about people being randomly mad at me, you have to worry about dogs chasing you.
Dude, and I had one 2 weeks ago. Like I had a very long streak of like no dog incidents. And then, broke that chain where I'm running, and all of a sudden, like, I see it leaving the yard, and I'm like, God dang it, this dog's not chained up. Comes running at me again. And, of course, the owners are always like, oh, don't worry. And I'm like, your giant pit bull's running at me looking like he's going to kill me.
Don't worry.
I shall worry. Worry!
I usually shout, get your effing dog.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens, man. My dog definitely chased after a dog a few weeks ago, and the lady was the nicest she could ever be about it. This dog was huge too. I was like, oh cool, this dog's gonna like put my dog in its place, because she got out, she got loose, and this dog was like, nope, took off. And I feel bad. I'm like, I get my dog back in the house and I'm walking with this lady and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like I'm thinking that her dog's lost, and I was like, where should we look? And she's like, oh no, he's probably home. And I'm like, oh really? And we get up, I mean, it's a big dog too. My dog's not that big. And we get up to her house, and he's like,
is that another dog still here?
Like, we good? Like, is that other dog out there?
That's funny.
It's like, oh, that's really funny. Like, yeah, he just went straight home. She was like, oh, it's no big deal. Do you want to have them play? I was like,
no.
I mean, I would, but she ended up moving away.
Doggy play.
That's the lady that said that she thought that I graduated with her son.
Oh, in '84.
No. Thank you for ruining that punchline. Yeah, she was like,
I thought we've told this before. That's my bad.
On air. Yes. She's like, yeah, I think you may have graduated with my son. I'm like, oh, what year? Yeah, 85. Like, oh, the year I was born? No. That was when I had that big beard, and I'm like, yep, I'm shaving this now.
And of all the years I've known you, when you had that big beard, like, I've never, like, not recognized you and mistook other people for you as I did in that period.
I was also super
I'm like, oh, there's JT. And I'm like, that is not him.
Yeah.
That is...
So, Christy, our GIF maker... GIF. Anyways, she's team audiobook. She said, why would anyone read Green Lights when you can listen to McConaughey read his own book for 7 hours?
Okay, that's fair.
I do love when the author reads their own book.
Agreed. I'm very much a fan of specifically the author reading their own book.
Wouldn't that sound like a 7-hour Lincoln commercial?
So, yeah.
All right,
Have you seen the new Lincoln Continental? That thing is slick.
Continental?
Yeah, the Continental. I saw it yesterday. I was like, what is this, like Bentley or something? I was like, oh, that's a Continental. That thing looks amazing.
Does it have suicide doors?
I don't
they
think so.
flubbed up if they don't.
I did a good example of a book that I bought and listened to is David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. And that's a book that I finished, and I was like, I like him less now, actually. Oh. Yeah. Like, I think he's a great person and great motivator for a lot of people. But reading the book, I was like, yeah, there's some stuff that he doesn't address here that kind of throws me off. Yeah. Like, if you guys don't know who David Goggins is, he's an ultra runner. Ultra means like 100 miles plus in one sitting. Mitch Miller, people like that.
Like run till your feet fall off, basically.
Yeah, but like you read through the book, and the audiobook was cool because it was like almost like the editor's cut, because they would stop in between chapters and talk a little bit more about the chapters. So it was kind of neat to read and listen. But ultimately, he basically talks about like going through 4 marriages and like having multiple kids that he does. But he never specifically addresses it. You have to use context clues to go like, wait a minute.
That's why he's doing all that running. He's just running away from all his problems.
No, I do think that there's a level of selfishness about it where it's like, I mean, he's talking about crapping his pants and having to be carried upstairs by
None
his,
of that sounds good.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
It's well to me. I think
it
that
results
there is joy
in
in
me
suffering.
crapping
Like,
myself.
when we yeah, that's a good point. That's why I don't do those runs. It's not because it's all the hard work into it.
I don't need to run 100 miles to poop in my pants, okay? I can do that on my own.
We know. But I do think that there's some joy in suffering. When we did the hike for breakfast, like, you know, there's multiple times where people are like, oh, we could just drive somewhere and do this. And I'm like, I actually like a little bit of that suffering to get out there. It makes the breakfast that much sweeter.
Yeah, if there wasn't a swimming hole at the end of that brunch.
Well, it definitely has to be destination. And that's the problem with hiking in Florida anyway. Or
Yes.
for hiking in general for me. I'm like, I have to have something I'm getting to. And in Florida, it better be somewhere I can swim.
I agree with that because there's not many hikes in Florida. Like there's like the Florida Trail and there's like all of these
Citrus Trail, 39 miles. It's a 3-day
Citrus
hike
Trail.
Is that the Croom area?
over by Croom.
Yeah.
You guys did the Gambler.
Yeah.
I've ridden through there. It's not much to look at.
There's some
Just
elevation
kidding.
there.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we went in that cave.
Yeah, we did that cave.
39 miles.
Dame's Cave,
Dames.
if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's just like there's I don't know. This one was cool because it did end in like this little spring-fed lake, which was amazing. But yeah, a lot of the other trails, it's like scrub pine for miles, and
Which I do love that scenery, but I need something to I need a destination to get to.
that or like I love hiking like around streams because then you get like hot and you're just like I'm just gonna cool off.
Yeah.
But don't stack them rocks, people.
Ugh.
Oh, rock stackers.
So gross.
No one likes a rock
That's-
stacker.
That's I still love that not Death Valley, Valley of Fire. It's like, yeah, no graffiti, which includes rock stacking.
Oh, that's in like a lot of the Appalachian like state
Yeah.
parks and like national forests. Like they're very adamant of like, do not move these rocks from the riverbed. Like, do you not realize how much of like damage you're causing to the creatures that live under there?
Well, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to find an escape. I want to act as if no one's been here before, and I just want to be by myself. I don't want some stupid reminder that you stacked 7 rocks and took an Instagram picture. Sorry. All you people.
What the funny thing is though is like that I've noticed is like so many times like on the hike they're like within the first mile.
Oh yeah,
It's just like
absolutely.
you'll go on like a 5-mile hike,
Right.
And you'll get to the end, and there's typically not much,
Yeah.
and it's just like all of the people that go out there in their non-hiking Instagram clothes,
Right.
like go maybe a mile in, stack the rocks, take their pictures, pose, and then they like
head
leave.
out. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
real quick, there's a movement to get your scrub jay as the bird.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Lawmakers are
I'm whatever I got to do. I'll go protest in Tallahassee for that.
So what we're talking about,
You
people,
can't have a
is
job, apparently.
the Florida state bird is the mockingbird.
Which like 13 other or 17 other states also have the mockingbird.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
It's
Yeah.
aggressive.
So there's like apparently there's like this petition or something to make the Florida scrub jay the Florida state bird.
The reason that's not the state bird is because it doesn't encompass the entire state.
It's
Where the
only really
mockingbird
found in like
does.
the area we're in the scrub pines and like the Ocala National Forest.
in the whole world.
In the whole world, yeah. It is
Right.
like endemic
Wow.
to this area.
Look at this guy go.
We're
Yeah,
in
it
the
is a
middle
real.
of
It
a
looks like a
worldwide
much
endemic.
cooler blue jay,
Yeah.
like a much cooler blue jay. I could probably beat up a blue jay in a bird fight. I would
It's
say
Florida
so.
bird. It's going to beat up a blue
it would
jay.
put its cigarette down, finish its ice beer, and then beat up that blue jay who came from like New York or something. Yeah,
Like, let's do this.
it's go time.
Oh, man. Birds
Wow.
do fight a lot.
Nick said the flamingo should be our state bird.
I don't even think we have flamingos like naturally here.
Nick,
Where like
Hard to say.
yeah,
the plastic one.
you know flamingos
we
are
do-
white.
Yeah.
What?
You know flamingos are white. It's
Until they start eating pink stuff.
scram.
Yes. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Fact checker extraordinaire.
I didn't even have to look at my computer for that one.
That's how they turn pink.
That is how they turn.
Imagine if humans turned color. Like if you ate a bunch of shrimp, you just turned pink.
Man.
Wait, who was that guy that turned blue? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was eating silver.
That's right.
Colloidal silver.
Colloidal silver, and he turned blue, like blue. Dude looking like Papa Smurf.
I don't even know what colloidal is. It sounds like we shouldn't say
It's
it
something
on
like
air. Dude's having colloidus And
For antiseptic, it's like something that they take for.
did he do it to look like Pop Smurf or something?
No, I
He took
For
it.
health
He
benefits.
took it for a skin condition.
Oh, yeah. To
I
turn
think he
blue.
took too much of
He
it, though.
died.
Well, shocker.
I'm pretty sure if you're turning blue, whatever you're doing is wrong.
But he suffered a heart attack, so.
From the colloidal silver.
All right.
He was using silver internally and externally to treat dermatitis on his face.
Wow.
Weird. That was.
That was weird. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on episode 2. Still not great at reading the comments. I don't know why it does this. We're going to try to work on that next week, get a few more angles. Appreciate it. We do have a YouTube channel now that we're trying to work on.
Yeah, stream the videos there if you
There you go.
can't catch us live.
There you go.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, Fact Checker. Dave, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your Friday.